Welcome to the pew.
Okay. So, what's going on?
We're gonna get serious.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. A friend of ours was considerate enough to just now come up to us before we were to start our comedy show to tell us that a good friend of ours just died, just today or something, and so take it away, Ernie.
Shout outs to the deceased.
Yeah, Quasar was a friend of ours at Disco 2000, and he was hit by a car. So
sorry.
Comedy show.
Rest in peace, Quasar. Well, we're actually not talking about anything funny for this first topic because...
We never talk about anything funny. Things we think are funny.
Right. Well, that may be true, yes. Well, this time it's definitely absolutely not funny.
All right, then it probably will be funny.
Well, you weren't laughing at work. Didn't you say it was very emotional?
Oh, you're talking about my speech?
Yes.
Oh,
Michael gave a speech.
That's not funny.
Right.
Yes.
Thursday night.
No. Yes. Thursday night and Friday afternoon, another one. Yes, I did something like so completely unlike me, and it actually felt really good. I did a speech at the Department of Corrections where I was part of a group trying to abolish solitary confinement for non-violent inmates. And there was only about 50 people there, but there were a lot of correctional officers.
But you have to give the political context about solitary confinement. Are you aware of it?
Well,
like right now, there's this big political controversy about solitary confinement, especially among social workers and in the prison field, because there's a lot of belief that solitary confinement causes people to go crazy, and it's cruel and unusual punishment.
Yes, that's what this was.
And you were in solitary confinement for like 4 years.
5 years. Yeah, but that's exactly what this was, and these were the people who were.
It's almost considered a form of torture.
Well, it is, and we're the only kind of civilized country that does it. I mean, the other countries that do it are Iran and Iraq and Saudi Arabia and all of these places where they don't really pay a lot of attention to civil rights and things like that. And we're supposed to be the leaders of the world, or we're supposed to be the leaders of the world, or one of them anyway. And it's kind of embarrassing that we do things like that. But besides that, it's ridiculous to put people in solitary confinement for a year for having a dirty urine or for something like that, when they should instead put them in a drug program. And they take them, when you get a dirty urine in prison, they take you out of a drug program and put you in solitary confinement. And I really do believe, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I really believe that it's because they have so many solitary confinement cells and they just need to fill them. Because there's no other, it can't be any other excuse to put somebody for a year in solitary confinement for using a drug. I mean, it's just...
So what was your argument to end it?
My argument was that it's affected me permanently. I really do believe it's affected me permanently. And I don't like talking about it because I don't want to portray myself as a victim, because I'm not a victim. And I'm extremely fortunate in so many ways. But there are a lot of people in solitary confinement, and I had this idea because when I was in solitary confinement, the one thing that got me through was mail, because mail is the only time of the day that brings a little bit of mystery or a surprise element, something is going to happen. And I was, again, extremely fortunate in that I had so much mail that I had enough mail that would last me the entire 24 hours just reading it and responding it. I would have mail still the next day when the mailman came, and I could sense the anticipation of the other inmates when the mailman would come with this big pile of mail, and then when he would drop it at my cell, I could sense also the disappointment and the despair in the other inmates. So I had this idea that this group should get these cards together and just bombard them with letters and mail, and which we did at that meeting. And I also took a picture of the meeting because I wanted them to reprint that picture and send it to them to let them know that somebody out here is thinking about them. Because every time we would write letters to the PLS or any kind of government agency, we would get a form letter back saying there's no money, we can't help you, and that's really depressing. So.
All right, well, we're going to take a little emotional break so that we can talk about the next crazy topic.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Welcome back to the Pew.
Back with you.
Okay.
I want to add that I got a standing ovation at my speech, even from the correctional officers.
Well, I mean, it takes a lot of courage to talk about that. So now we're going to go from courage to nonsense.
Okay. That's my favorite trip, from courage to nonsense.
I was just fascinated.
journey.
For some reason, like that stupid McDonald's fight, drive-through fight video was going around this week. So I made a little recording of it so that you could all watch it while
And we will be
watching
showing
us.
it. We will be showing it to our viewers at home, right?
And I just think that it's so much better with the sound off because you can actually improvise your own words as to what they're saying to each other.
I ordered a Big Mac.
Right. That's exactly it. I ordered a Big Mac. I want barbecue sauce on it. No, bitch. You're getting ketchup, and that's it. And where's my French fries?
No, you said this was a fillet of fish. This is more like a fillet of sole.
And I want 2 barbecues with my chicken McNuggets, not 1. Give me the second one. Here it is. Bam.
I want to talk to Ronald and the Hamburglar.
He's not here right now. Bam.
Well, that's the kind of. I don't think they're saying any of those things. They're probably saying things that we wouldn't say on this family show.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure you don't.
Eat it, bitch.
Oh yeah, like that.
Eat it. Lick me.
But, I mean,
Lick me.
who hasn't waited at a McDonald's impatiently can't relate to this video?
Well, I can't. I mean, but it reminds me of there's another one going around right now, but the Uber driver, he worked at Papa John's, I think, the Papa John's employee who beat up the Uber driver.
Have it
Well, I'm
your
not
way.
surprised
Instead
about
of jerking him off like Jane did. Jane Soren, the ex-receptionist from Limelight. Well, who was it, David?
Who doesn't love Jane?
It wasn't really Jane. Who was it? We have video. We have proof.
The viewers decide.
All right. Well, we have proof. We have it on video.
Well, next week we'll have to put the Uber driver.
Oh yeah,
video.
like he'll never come back again. I mean, I thought he was going to burn the place down last week. Because we.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Actually, I don't want to say we tricked him, but we.
Did you tell him how much he charged?
How much did he charge?
He charged us $350.
Oh, the meter was running while he was being jerked off, and I think that's why he took so long to come, because he wanted to hire a thing.
That's just like a taxi driver.
Isn't it just like him? But I
just drag out the ride.
I kind of said that we might give you some money if you come be on the show. So,
I have a new Uber driver.
so he rushed here, and then we rushed out after the show and didn't give any money.
Well, you gave him something more valuable than
Yeah.
Bar.
exposure.
We gave him a hand.
a helping hand.
A helping hand. And some advice. Never trust an aging club kid.
Right, who invites you to their party at Lovegun.
Yeah, to exploit you.
The end. Bitches want to know.
Okay, but you want to know.
This is a question for Rebecca, so we're gonna get.
Rebecca.
So, this is a question from one of our viewers named Ziggy Moss, and he or she is addressing this question to Rebecca. And so here's the question for you, honey.
Honey.
What qualities do you look for in a guy, or doesn't it matter? You seem like that kind of girl that if you got a check, you got a talent.
In other words, are you a prostitute?
Anyway, first of all, is that an offer? Because if it is, I'm, I guess, technically single. I'm only an email away.
What is
qualities
What's
I look
your
for.
email address?
I'll put it up so you can find me. I'm easy to find.
No, well, what is it? Say it right now.
I'm a very easy girl.
Just say it.
Yeah, just look for me on Facebook, Rebecca Walton. You see me, I'm blonde. I like a man that's nice looking. I like a guy that could hold a good conversation, preferably somebody that has some sort of education. Somebody that's funny and fun to be around. But if you have a big dick, then I could just throw all that other shit out the window. And we could work something out, I'm sure.
In other words, you're just like everybody else.
Thank you, Rebecca. Size over substance.
Yeah.
From Rebecca Walton. That's it for this episode.
Goodbye.
Bye.